What's up, everybody? Welcome to BioS3 Raw TV. I'm making this video not to the fitness crowd, to the bodybuilding crowd, to the physique competitors, etc. I'm making this actually for people up in Rhode Island where I come from, friends, family, and people that are not necessarily in the bodybuilding kind of niche. Okay, we're talking about like regular people that they may work out, they're not even too consistent, but they're interested in losing fat and getting in shape and finding the fastest shortcut that they can, which is what we all do. Now, I got hit up by my buddy Johnny, who I know Johnny since high school. We used to actually wrestle off for the 145 spot. And by the way, Johnny, pictures that you sent me, I'm looking shredded, man. Way to fucking keep after it after such a long time, man. You're doing a great job. And you know, my cousin had hit me up, and there's other people that had asked me, you know, what's going on with these like different GH therapies and stuff like that. And I was like, you know, I never hid the fact that I used steroids and actual HGH, and it was pharmaceutical grade HGH. Now, this whole video is about these human growth hormone gels that are actually taking the market by storm. Now, there's a couple different versions of this shit, and let me just tell you right off the bat, the homeopathic shit that you're seeing, okay, homeopathic gel that contains homeopathic growth hormone. What homeopathy basically is they take actual growth hormone. I don't understand how they do this, but take actual growth hormone, actual testosterone, and they'll put it in these like pellets or creams or whatever. And the idea is that if you're taking growth hormone like orally or transdermally, it encourages your body to make more of it, okay? Which doesn't make any fucking sense, because realistically, if you're adding exogenous hormones to your body in any way, shape, or form, it actually causes a negative feedback loop that actually slows your body down and it stops producing those hormones. So it would actually work against it. So if your body can't technically digest it or absorb it orally or through your skin, it's basically never making the blood intact. It's never getting to the blood intact to begin with. But even if it did, it can't have the effect because it's not applicable when it's not injected. It has to be directly injected into the blood, not bypass anything, because it's too fragile. Now, the transdermal, it's too fragile to be digested. The transdermal versions, the molecule is actually too big to be absorbed through the skin. No matter what, you can't get it through the skin. Even insulin, which is a much smaller molecule, cannot be absorbed through the skin transdermally. They're working on it, but it still has to be injected, and insulin actually has an inhaler where you'll shoot it up your nose so that you can do a nasal spray. That's, anyways, we're getting on something different. But two different versions of these HGH gels, okay, which basically you just fucking pump it into your hand and fucking rub it on, and boom, all of a sudden. So it's these direct consumer things too, okay? So direct consumer means that they're not even being sold in stores and stuff like that, okay? So what's happening is somebody will use this product and then they wind up trying to sell it to someone else. It's one of those pyramid schemes. That's one of these things that are out there, okay? Another version of these things, people are getting results. They're actually getting results with it and they're loving it. And I was like, well, how the fuck is that possible? And I start looking more into it and find out that it's a very underground type company. And as I start asking the people, what are the effects? What are you feeling? What is happening? And the effects that they're feeling and what's happening is not what HGH actually does to you. Anybody that's ever taken HGH knows that you don't get a huge fucking drastic strength increase. That doesn't happen. You can stay on 5 IUs, 10 IUs of HGH for a long period of time by itself with nothing else, and you'll barely see anything, and that's injected pharmaceutical grade. These motherfuckers are actually putting on some gel on their fucking arms and seeing results. So I do not have any testing done, right? I have no results from any testing done. But what they're talking about in these gels that are not really, they're not in the, you can't buy them on like the big websites. You kind of got to know somebody to get them. They come out of these little mom and pop shops, which a lot of shit gets hidden in these mom and pop brick and mortars. There are brick and mortars selling shit that's 100% fucking illegal right now, and nobody fucking knows about it. They just haven't been caught yet. They're too small to be on the fucking radar of the FDA or the DEA. But these gels that are being used, acne, hair loss, strength increase. Some people get bloating and then they read, well, HGH can cause bloating of your hands, but your face looks like you're fucking 20 pounds heavier. What's happening is these gels contain some kind of pro-hormone. And I know that because we had pro-hormones with companies that I worked with before that were gels, and I could see how the body reacted. I knew how people reacted with them. I could see how I reacted with them. And eventually those things got pulled off the market because those pro-hormones were technically deemed illegal. So now what we have is a product that's on the market that FDA doesn't know about, the DEA doesn't know about. It's being marketed hush, hush, quiet, word of mouth, person to person through these little areas, and they're getting results. So they're able to point at it and say, look, see, I'm getting results, so it's real. When all you have to do literally is take 2 seconds to do some research and realize growth hormone cannot be absorbed through the skin. It cannot be ingested and get in your bloodstream intact. It has to be injected, okay? And regardless of what people say, growth hormone is heat sensitive. Now, there's stuff like Serostim, which doesn't have to be refrigerated until it's mixed. But once growth hormone, and some people don't even refrigerate after it's mixed. But here's the kicker. Once it's mixed, it degrades about 50% faster than if you had not mixed it. So meaning it's still in the powder, the little puck. That'll last a lot longer, 50% more time out of refrigeration than when you reconstitute it. And I don't think people are realizing that this gel has never been reconstituted. I mean, never been refrigerated. It's already reconstituted and ready to go. And it sits on store shelves. It sits in fucking shipments. It sits in people's closets for a month at a time. Technically, if that was growth hormone, was reconstituted, or it was actually active, that would be long fucking dead before the end of that fucking tub ran out of the gel. So there's so many reasons why this stuff is bunk. But guys, listen to me. You're getting results from pro hormone. You don't know what you're putting in your body. The side effects from that, because many of you don't get blood work. A lot of you are not even into fitness. You're just taking it to lose weight. I get it. But it's not real. You're not. If you look up, hey, what does growth hormone do? Oh, I'm taking that. It's cool. You don't even realize you're taking this pro hormone. Go get blood work done. Literally wait 3 weeks on this shit. Go get blood work done and watch what your cholesterol looks like. Watch where your hormone levels are, your cortisol, your estrogen, your testosterone, DHEA. Watch where all those levels are. They're going to drastically change because it's not growth hormone. It's something that's in that gel that, and it may not even be necessarily a pro hormone that is a one-step conversion. It could be a two-step or three-step conversion pro hormone, which would make it even technically more legal because it turns into the drug once it's in your body. So stuff like 4-andro, 1-andro, these products, when you take them, an enzyme in your body converts them into testosterone and 1-testosterone in your body. So you guys understand what I'm saying. Right now, you're basically taking something that is converting in your body to a drug that you probably don't fucking want in there. Regardless of whether or not you want to lose weight, you may lose weight on this shit. You may lose your hair instead. You may wind up losing weight coming off the gel, and guess what happens? Your hormones are now in a different spot than before. They're not naturally the way they are. They're in a different spot than before you took that. So now what happens when you stop taking that gel? What do you think happens? All the weight comes right back. You have to stay on the gel and continue to put those hormones in your body to be able to keep those results that you got. On top of that, you don't even know what it's doing to your body. So if you're a woman and you're pumping your body full of 1-andro or 4-andro and enough of it long enough, now the virilization side effects start coming. If you're a guy and you're pumping enough of that shit through your body long enough because you don't realize what it is and how to cycle and how to get on and off of it, you now have stuff like hair loss, acne, gynecomastia, bitch tits. That type of stuff happening after you've been on it for a while. Don't think within the first month all these side effects are going to hit you. Well, I'm safe, Jerry. Mine must be real because I don't have those side effects. I've been on it for a month. Give it 2, 3, 4 months. I know plenty of people that start steroid cycles and don't get gyno until like their second cycle. Like their body has to go through these changes, and eventually what happens is this shit catches up to you. So hopefully you guys, this is going to save you guys from doing some fucking stupid shit. And guys, you guys up there in Rhode Island, that this HGH gel is going all over the fucking place and it's like this new fad up there that, here's the deal. You have to exercise. You have to eat right. There is no drug on the fucking planet that's going to get you in shape and keep you there. And there's absolutely more shit out there that can harm you than can do you good. Do your due diligence. Just use fucking Google, okay? Let's just face facts and bring it down to brass tacks. Use fucking Google, because in 2 seconds of Google, you'll realize that this shit is a fucking scam, and you have no idea what you're putting in your body. If I told you here, you know, it's fucking something just really fucking weird. Let's say, yeah, anyways, whatever. We'll just fucking throw it out there. So let's say I give you a fucking poison, right? And I don't tell you what it is. And I say, here, take this. It's HGH, right? And you look at me and you're like, I don't know about this shit. Would you still take something if you weren't sure about it? So why are you so sure about these things that you haven't even researched? You haven't even done any research on these things whatsoever because you're taking these products. Had you researched them yourself and not just asked a friend or read reviews? I love the reviews. You realize reviews are actually bought and paid for, and they're actually created by the companies that actually make the products, which is why I don't have reviews on any of my shit. I don't bother with the reviews. Why? Unless it's actually got a video of the fucking person they sent to me, because I want people to know it's a real fucking person getting real results. So these reviews you read about these fucking gels online are the company that makes it, and it's on their fucking website. You go on their website, the reviews are on their website. They can literally pick and choose what you see, create what you see. When you go to Amazon, it's the company that's fucking selling the stuff that has accounts that's giving it good reviews on Amazon. just be careful, guys. It's a slippery slope with this shit. And what I don't want to see is someone wind up having something like permanent fucking hair loss that you have to get like fucking, you know, like hair plugs and shit to counteract, and having some kind of cholesterol issues, or even worse, having a thickening of the blood. All these different things that could happen side effects wise when you don't know what the fuck is going on. And to begin with, you're not doing the right things in the gym and eating right to begin with. So adding something like growth hormone or steroids or a drug to that fucking regimen without having your shit down is dangerous. Plain and simple, guys. BioShangChang@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.bioshang.com is the blog. It's the GH gels, our bullshit bicep, and we are out.